Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a book written by Robert Kiyosaki, which was first published in 1997. The book has since become a bestseller and has sold millions of copies worldwide. The book is based on Kiyosaki's personal experiences with his two fathers, his biological father, Poor Dad, and his best friend's father, Rich Dad. The book provides a guide to financial literacy and teaches readers about the importance of financial education, creating wealth, and achieving financial freedom. Chapter 1, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. In the first chapter of the book, Kiyosaki introduces readers to his two fathers, his biological father, Poor Dad, and his best friend's father, Rich Dad. He explains that both fathers had different mindset when it came to money, and this influenced his own financial beliefs and behavior. Kiyosaki explains that his poor dad believed in the traditional path of education and getting a job, while his rich dad believed in creating wealth through entrepreneurship and investing. Chapter 2, The Rich Don't Work for Money. In this chapter, Kiyosaki explains that the rich do not work for money, but instead they make money work for them. He emphasizes the importance of financial education and understanding how money works. Kiyosaki also stresses that fear and ignorance are the main reasons why people work for money and don't make it work for them. Chapter 3, Why Teach Financial Literacy? In this chapter, Kiyosaki argues that financial literacy is not taught in schools, and this has led to lack of financial education among many people. He believes that this is a major problem and that it is important to teach financial literacy to children and adults alike. Kiyosaki explains that financial literacy involves understanding the language of money, knowing how to make money work for you, and understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. Chapter 4, Mind Your Own Business. In this chapter, Kiyosaki explains that it is important to mind your own business. When it comes to finances, he emphasized the importance of creating assets such as business and investments that generate income. Kiyosaki also stresses the importance of keeping expenses low and investing in assets that appreciate in value. Chapter 5, The History of Taxes and the Power of Corporations. In this chapter, Kiyosaki provides a brief history of taxes and how they have affected the wealthy and the middle class. He also explains the power of corporation and how they can be used to reduce taxes and create wealth. Kiyosaki believes that understanding the tax system and using corporations effectively can help people achieve financial freedom. Chapter 6. The Rich Invent Money. In this chapter, Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of creativity and innovation when it comes to creating wealth. He argues that the rich are able to invent money by creating new products and services that solve problems and meet people's needs. Kiyosaki believes that anyone can become wealthy by using their creativity and innovation to create value in the marketplace. Chapter 7. Work to learn, don't work for money. In this chapter, Kiyosaki argues that the traditional path of education and getting a job does not lead to financial freedom. He believes that it is important to focus on learning rather than earning. In order to become wealthy, Kiyosaki explains that the rich are constantly learning and developing new skills, and that this is what allows them to create wealth. Chapter 8. Overcoming Obstacles. In this chapter, Kiyosaki discusses the obstacle that people face when trying to achieve financial freedom. He explains that fear, laziness, cynicism, and arrogance are all obstacles that can prevent people from achieving their financial goals. Chapter 9. Getting Started. Robert Kiyosaki teaches more about what we can work on to be more successful in this new journey. If we decide to take the point he teaches and apply them in our lives, he said that other things that the points or principles he taught in the previous chapter are more of philosophies instead of principles of action. In this chapter, he continues to give up tips on how to perceive things differently from the ordinary to become very successful. Think differently. Kiyosaki consistently challenges readers to rethink conventional wisdom. He describes the rat race as the endless pursuit of security in traditional jobs without building assets. His belief that profit is made in buying and not in selling invites us to consider the power of strategic investment decisions. The insight teaches that value lies in understanding when and how to make investments, not just in the final transaction. It encourages an investor's mindset, thinking of each financial choice as an opportunity to acquire assets that will generate wealth in the future.